Hello, beautiful people. Carl here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. And it's tier list time because I was scrolling around on social media earlier on and came across this post that I quite like the look of. 40 franchises, which is the best. Now, I'm not here to kind of decide which is the best, but out of these 40 franchises, I am here to tell you what I think is fucking A, as in top tier franchises, in my opinion, as well as ones that are damn good, as well as ones that are cool, which ones might be a bit meh, and, well, what? As in, I've never played them. That's the five lists rankings. That's the five I've got to choose where these franchises go. That made no sense. Five options, five ranks, 40 franchises. I am gonna try and place them based off what I've played over the years. I'm 41. I've played a fair few of these franchises, some of them more than others, some I've never simply played. We'll get to that as we go along. So I'm gonna work our way through them and see what we end up with. Beginning with, well, we're going to do it alphabetically. So we start with Advanced Wars. Advanced Wars, weird one here. I reckon the original Advanced Wars is probably one of my most played games. I know, right? That's crazy. But Advanced Wars came my way right around the height of the Game Boy SP. Do you remember that? It was like a flip-up one. Small, mine was small silver. It closed down and it flipped up. It had a backlight, which is one of the biggest selling points of it for me. I mean, you could play it at night. You could be lying there in bed and be playing it, unlike, the Game Boy Advance and the obviously earlier Game Boys as well. So it was a game changer for me. And Advance Wars spoke to my strategy heart, my love of those sort of games, your Command and Conquer, your Warcraft, things like that. Obviously a bit different, but it absolutely spoke to me. So I played the hell out of Advance Wars. But that was the only Advance Wars I ever played. I never played another one until recently, in the last year, when they re-released Advance Wars 1 and 2, Advance Wars Boot Camp. That thing, excuse me, drinking coffee. I'm on my own, so no one else can talk while I drink. Damn good coffee. That would be when I play Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Sun, and I thoroughly enjoyed the hell out of it. Again, I put a shit ton of time into boot camp as well. But that's it. As a franchise, it's not got a ton of games. I've only ever played two of them, only one of one recently, but I do have a lot of fun memories of it. And anytime I'm kind of like, I get that like that angsty vibe or one of angsty feel that I just want to play it a bit more, I will. So like it's certainly up there for me. I think it's as a starting point, I'm going to put Advance Wars in damn good because I really, really like it. Animal Crossing. I played two Animal Crossing games in my life. One of them goes back to the GameCube. That was the first Animal Crossing I ever played. And I remember loving it at the time. I really did. I mean, I'm a big fan of the GameCube anyway, and a lot of games like this really, really have a special place in my heart. Animal Crossing on the GameCube was just so cool. It was just so different than what I was used to. And I got many, many hours of play out of it. The other Animal Crossing I played is, of course, the one on the Switch, New Horizons. And again, tons of hours of gameplay out of that. But as a franchise overall, I'm not sure I can rate this one out highly, and that's because Animal Crossings are basically the same thing every time. And the same thing happened to me with the games, which is I get super into it for a good few weeks, and then I just stop playing it. And then I'll be like, let me go and check on my town and Animal Crossing, and I'll play it again for a week straight, and then I'll just not play it again for a couple of months. And that's basically how it is. There's no urgency to go back to it. I don't think it's that innovative. It's not really doing anything new. When they do the next Animal Crossing, whichever it is, it will just be more of the same with a couple of little touches here and there. So it's hard for me to rate it as like a high franchise, even though I've got a lot of love for it, including nostalgia. I'm not going to be harsh because it's Animal Crossing and its appeal is so universal that I like it for that more than anything else. Anybody can pick up and play Animal Crossing and have fun in it. You know what it is? It's cool. Right in the middle. BioShock. Wow, BioShock. Oh man, what an interesting one this is. So what are we talking here? We're talking three games, really. Well, they're three games: BioShock, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite. Almost forgot what it was called there. I was about to call it BioShock Columbia, but that's the C in Infinite. Plus, obviously, the DLCs as well. This is a mixed bag because I love the franchise and I think the trilogy is brilliant. all the way through. Yeah, there's a few missteps here and there. The ending of BioShock 1, the end boss and all of that is disappointing. BioShock 2 was flawed, even though I think it's a great game and the multiplayer was treated unfairly. And Infinite is mixed in that it's great, but it's also a little bit too long and a little bit too repetitive. They've all got pros and cons, but man, oh man, when I think of BioShock, I think of all the good stuff. I think of the first game and I think of the world it created. I love BioShock as a franchise because of what it created, Rapture and all of that stuff, and Columbia and this world. And there's always a lighthouse, and if they ever go back to it, it would be so damn cool. I'm torn in this one because it's only three games. Hmm, I'm leaning too damn good. I don't think it's a fucking A franchise. Damn good, but above or below Advanced Wars. Advanced Wars I've got the nostalgia for. BioShock obviously comes a lot later. Oh, that's really hard. I am gonna put BioShock. I'm gonna put it above Advanced Wars, and that's purely because, the iconic nature of Rapture, Big Daddies, Little Sisters, and all of that is ingrained in me. I have tattoos on my body, so that's a clue. Okay, Castlevania. I mean, what are we talking about here? This is one of the biggest franchises, one of the longest running gaming franchises ever, and I had very little to do with it for the longest time. I didn't play Castlevanias growing up. I didn't play a single Castlevania until I was a teenager, where I would then end up playing one of the worst Castlevania games ever released. One of the two released on the Nintendo 64. The one where I can't remember which one it is. It was Castlevania 64 or Castlevania and another name. And it was the one where you had to do that stupid carry the explosives mission and you could screw it up and basically have to restart the entire game. That one with the skeletons on motorbikes, have very Castlevania and stuff like that. Terrible game, hated it. The next Castlevania game I would play after that, right, would be Castlevania Lord of Shadows on the Xbox 360, and I loved it. I loved the sequel as well. The ending of Lords of Shadow, I found Lord of Shadows. I keep saying Shadow, Lords of Shadows, to be really impactful, really memorable. And it was the first time I went, oh shit, what have I been missing out? And it's weird because obviously it's a 3D game. Since then, thanks to re-releases and all of that, I have experienced a ton of great Castlevania games, including some of the older ones that really don't hold up, of course, but I've thoroughly enjoyed them. I am a huge fan of the Netflix animated show. Um, and I've learned so much about as a franchise that it's one of those where I'm like, I really wish I'd played it as a kid. I wish I'd played these Castlevanias, seeing even things like Simon's Quest. Thanks to people like the Angry Video Game Nerd as well, I learned a lot about it before even playing it too. I've come to love it, even if I don't have the nostalgic value that others have for it. I mean, we all know Symphony of the Night is one of the best, and I agree with that. Um, but I'm struggling with this because I know it's such an important franchise, but I don't want to cloud my judgment based off its size and importance to gaming. I didn't grow up with it. It's cool. I think it's got to go. Oh, damn good though. No, because I don't have the nostalgia value, so it's going to go on. It's cool. And after Animal Crossing, yes, Crash Bandicoot. Of course, like all of you, first played it when it came out on the PlayStation 1. Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, 3, or Warped, as it's often as it is actually known, Crash Bandicoot Warped, Crash Team Racing, and yeah, even I even played Crash Bash on the PlayStation 1 days. And then after that, because I wasn't gaming much during the PlayStation 2 era and stuff like that, the next Crash Bandicoot game I would play, I think would be actually Crash Bandicoot 4. Yeah, and I enjoyed that. I did, but I'm enjoying the re-releases as well and the remakes. No, there's no remixes. It's just like re-releases of the original trilogy and Crash Team Racing, which is a great karting game as well. I've always enjoyed Crash Bandicoot, but in the sort of PlayStation animated characters kind of thing, not quite up there compared to another one who is in this list as well that we'll get to. But yeah, I don't have a lot of nostalgic love for Crash Bandicoot. Um, in fact, I don't ever remember really liking one and two that much. It was Warped that really nailed it for me. I did like the shit out of that as well. I think this is another It's Cool. It's not a meh, but it's just It's Cool. I don't really see it as that big of a franchise. in my eyes anyway. So the latter end of it's cool. Okay, Dark Souls. Now this is purely like all of these, but this is subjective as hell because it's Dark Souls. And if you don't like Dark Souls, you'd be like, "Are you kidding me?" I came to Dark Souls very, very late. At the time, Dark Souls 2 was out, and I'd heard all the things. Oh, get good! It's really, really hard, and all of that. And eventually, I finally was like, "Right, let's play Dark Souls," and yeah, I fucking loved it. I fell in love with that game. Oh my God, did I fall in love with that game? And then Dark Souls 2 was even better. The best of the trilogy is Dark Souls 2, in my opinion. And I still think of it so fondly. And I love Dark Souls 3 as well. I love Dark Souls. I'm not the best at it. My builds are always really based around basically brute forcing my way through things. Um, but I just absolutely adore that. Oh, my memories, like the moments of Dark Souls where you're just plowing your way through enemies and bosses and you're thinking, yeah, I'm fucking the king. And then boom, crash. And you hit one and you get stuck for ages. I'm trying to think who I got stuck at the gargoyles, the bell gargoyles for ages. That was an early problem for me. Osteen and Smaug obviously were big. Is it Smaug? I can't remember those two. They were obviously problematic as well. I've got a hilarious story about the end boss, which amounted to me going into that one super, super confident. Then watching him walk towards me, start to run, and then just panicking and getting wiped out within 2 hits. I ended up having to do an overweighted load for that one where I could barely move and just tank him. But yeah, that was goddamn what a great. I love this franchise. It's fucking A. It's Dark Souls. I'm putting a fucking A. I have such. And the fact I came to it so late and I feel this strongly about it, I think. Yeah, it's a fucking A franchise. What isn't, in my opinion, though, is Devil May Cry. And this is because almost would be able to say I haven't played a single Devil May Cry game. Except I have. I played DMC Devil May Cry, which is the much hated by some, but still pretty successful remake reimagining. I enjoyed that game, I really did. But beyond that, I've not played a single Devil May Cry game, and I don't really want to either. The franchise never had that much appeal. Weirdly, I'm watching the show at the moment. The Netflix season one was pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing season two, which is kind of endearing me a little bit towards the characters, even though I know obviously it's a different take in it and stuff like that. Because I've only played DMC, I'm going to put this one in what? I don't think it's fair to just franchise in that one particular game, especially as it's a remake slash reimagining. There are hardcore Devil May Cry fans out there. I don't need to be slamming a game franchise because I've not put the time in. I have played plenty of Donkey Kongs though, plenty of them, all the way back to the original Donkey Kong countries that I have a ton of nostalgic love for. The music soundtracks alone warm my heart, and I, like all of you, have torn my hair at certain levels as well. I played the shit out of Donkey Kong Country 64, Donkey Kong 64, not Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong 64, the Nintendo 64 game. Not that good, not that good. Don't remember it that fondly. Later, games like Switch, Tropical Freeze was fantastic. I've not played the Switch 2 game that came out, but I am looking forward to trying it eventually. I've got a lot of love for Donkey Kong games, but it's not a franchise that I tend to think of. When we think of like Nintendo stuff, Donkey Kong isn't necessarily one that jumps to mind. I think it's a cool franchise, though, so I'm going to put it in its cool, but I'm going to put it above Crash Bandicoot because I played more Donkey Kong games and I do love Donkey Kong Country games. Castlevania? No, let's leave Castlevania where it is. Doom. Yep, Doom, Doom, Doom. When did I first play Doom? Hmm. I'm not sure, but I definitely played the original game quite early on. It might have even been on PC, like a youth club back in the day, because I played a few games like Prince of Persia and things like that then. And for some reason, I always tend to think of like Duke Nukem over Doom. But yeah, so like that was definitely played the original Doom, and then I think the next Doom I would have played weirdly was Doom 3 many, many years later, and that has its problem. And then the modern remakes of Doom, which are very, very cool. I played Doom 2 now, I played all the Dooms really, and I've even played Doom. So I've played so many variations of Doom that I've even played it on mobile. In fact, I reviewed it for the site on mobile. It was not easy to control, trying to use your phone. And I know how important this franchise is, and I've had a lot of fun with Doom as well. Just not in the sort of film side of things. That's rough. But do I get excited about Doom? Not really. Not really. I think it's cool. It's Doom, right? It's Doom. I'm going to put it. It's in cool, but I'm going to put it after Castlevania and Animal Crossing, just because I don't have like the same nostalgia value that others will have. I mean, if you're, for a lot of people, it would have been such an important part of their growing up. For me, it wasn't. Just like this next one, F-Zero. Bit of a stretch to call this a franchise. I mean, it's got multiple games, so I guess it is, but I don't have much to go in here at all. I played three F-Zeros, and all basically the same thing. The original, I think, on the Super Nintendo, a version of Nintendo 64, which was probably the one I played the most, and a recent version that was on Switch is F-Zero 99 or something like that, a free-to-play thing. You know what? It's F-Zero. It's a perfectly fine racing game, but nah, as a franchise, I'm going to put it a meh. Yes, I did just do that. Just because, hey, it's F-Zero and I'm not that into it. Fallout. Okay, like many of you, Fallout 3 was where this one started for me. I didn't even knew what Fallout 1 or 2 was before I played Fallout 3. Uh, but who cares, right? Because Fallout 3 is just brilliant. And then along comes, and I am one of those people, Fallout New Vegas. Oh, yes, baby. Love New Vegas. Love, love, love New Vegas. Best Fallout to date. And I do enjoy Fallout 4, even though I recognize it is just more of the same. Um, a good TV show is helping this franchise. But whenever we get something like Fallout 5, if we ever get Fallout 5, I think they're really going to have to innovate and come up with something more creative rather than just another Fallout game. But man, the strength of Fallout 3 and New Vegas puts this one quite high for me. I played Fallout 3. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was the first of those games I played, and then I switched to Fallout 3 after playing Oblivion, and I was blown away. Do I like Fallout 3 more than Oblivion? I might, I might. I mean, no one's touching Skyrim, but I might like Fallout 3 more than Oblivion, but I like New Vegas more than both, but I like Skyrim more than. Anyway, Fallout. Yeah, weirdly, actually, Elder Scrolls is not part of this list. That's weird. But there you go. Fallout. Damn good. It's damn good. And I'm going to put it up above Bioshock or alongside Bioshock. I'm going to put it above, top of damn good because it's Fallout and I love Fallout. Right, next one. Big one. Big, big franchise. It's Final Fantasy. I mean, it's one of the biggest franchises in the entire world, right? Based off the games I've played, I can tell you now, without even having to think too hard about this, it's fucking A. Of course it is. It's Final Fantasy. The first one I ever played was Final Fantasy VII, and that was right around my era. I played Final Fantasy VIII, loved both, but my baby forever is Final Fantasy IX. Everything about the game just spoke to me, and I think of it very fondly, alongside the others. Final Fantasy X is fantastic as well. After that, the next Final Fantasy I would play would be Final Fantasy Lightning games, those ones. I played a few of them and I've been on and off here and there. I've got other nostalgic love for things like Final Fantasy Tactics. Quite excited to see that sort of re-release slash remake coming as well. And I've since gone back to older ones. I've played some of the very first games, but of all the ones that were released that I'd never played, there was one that really stood out to me that I had to play, and I would eventually play it on mobile, and it was Final Fantasy VI. And I hold that one in high regard as well. It's Final Fantasy, it's fucking A. I am putting it up there, of course, and I am going to put it above Dark Souls. Just because the strength of 7, 8, 9, and 10 alone. Those four. What an incredible fucking run that was, right? Fire Emblem. Well, how about this? I've never played a single Fire Emblem. Um, Vaguely think it's like an RPG hack and slash, maybe. No idea. I've heard of it, but I've never played it. So it goes in what? Gears of War. It's all about the trilogy. So all about the original trilogy, Gears 1, 2, 3 for me. Not even Judgment gets thrown in this case. Although I've played 1, 2, 3, Judgment, and all the Gears that have come out since 4 and 5. Is it up to 5? Up to 5? Whichever the latest ones have been, I've played them. But as you can tell, don't quite have the hook, whereas Gears 1, 2, and 3 definitely do. Probably 2 more than anything else because of its incredible multiplayer as well, and the introduction of Horde. Yeah, got a lot of love for those early games. Had some damn good times, some great memories of multiplayer stuff with my brothers. Yeah, I've got love for that. So damn good. Gears of War is damn good, but I'm going to put it after BioShock ahead of Advance Wars. Sorry, Advance Wars keep getting pushed down, but there you go. Right, to another one I never played, God of War. And yeah, I know. How? What do you mean you've never played a God of War? I really was not really a PlayStation player, and these PlayStation exclusive haven't come my way, so I just haven't played any. Would I have liked to? Yeah. Am I going to? No. So it's a what? Speaking of what the fuck is Golden Sun? Generally do not know what this is. I've looked at it for ages. I've looked at it before, and I didn't have time. I don't want to Google things and try and work them out. I've looked at it and gone, the fuck is Golden Sun? Help me out here. No idea. So what? Grand Theft Auto. Well, I go all the way back. I am that old. I go all the way back to the original. And I remember going around a friend's house and be like, oh, you've got to check this game out. You get to steal cars and like murder prostitutes and shoot cops and all of that. Like, what is this game? And it's Grand Theft Auto, of course. Top down, chaotic, damn hard, and but weirdly holds up really well these days, even if driving around a city and stuff can be a bit nightmarish. Played it. Did after that, didn't play another Grand Theft Auto until Grand Theft Auto 3. I didn't play London and didn't play GTA 2. I played them later on and didn't really care that much. But then it was GTA 3. And like all of you, like everybody, mind fucking blown. But when I think of GTA, I think of Grand Theft Auto and I'm like, which Grand Theft Autos warm your heart? I go, well, the original, nostalgic love for. Then it's Vice City. Vice City is still to date my favorite Grand Theft Auto. I loved it, loved it. I get how good San Andreas is, but Vice City just really connects to me in a different way. Huge fan, but I also, and this is crazy, got a love for Grand Theft Auto 4. Probably one that I put almost the most time into. And I still think 5 is brilliant as well. I think it's consistently one of the best, like, great game franchises. Even if I don't necessarily get that excited about them, and I'm not like, I'll get 6 when it comes. But I'm not gonna be like screaming it from the high tops to get it. And I know it'll be good. But man, I've played a lot of Grand Theft Auto, so I'm gonna put this in top of damn good. Top of damn good. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Just because of like the original 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4, and 5. I mean, you can't mess with that, can you? Right. Here comes the controversial one, I think, because it's Halo. And what I mean by controversial is that Halo isn't a franchise I hold that highly because I wasn't there the way others were. I know that basically I think Halo fans fall into two camps these days. You were there at the start. You were there when the multiplayer, LAN parties, having a blast with your friends, experiencing the game-changing dynamics of it all, experiencing the story as it was told across several games. There's that one. And then there's the others who dipped in and out, maybe came across it later in the Master Chief Collection, maybe played one of the sequels. I played Halo 3 first. I know, random, but I enjoyed that. Like all this sort of stuff, like that's the two sides. And if you kind of sort of say, yeah, I like Halo, but I don't love it, like you kind of get shouted down, man. It's fucking weird. I like Halo. I don't love Halo. I've enjoyed a lot of Halo games. I've enjoyed all of the Halo games when I went back and played them that, I had played, but I haven't followed along with the franchise and I barely tried to keep up. I ended up enjoying the TV show a lot, but then had to deal with people telling me how terrible it was. I couldn't enjoy even the TV show. Basically, the Halo franchise is damaged sometimes by its fan base. So yeah, but I'm not going to judge it on that. I think it's a cool franchise, but I'm putting it at the end. That's where it's going to go. Jack and Daxter. Never played one. Never played one, so it's in what? Kingdom Hearts. Keep meaning to play one, but haven't played one. So in what? Kirby. This is a weird one. Kirby's been around forever, but I'm pretty sure certainly from a memory perspective, I've only played one, and it is the modern one that's on the Switch. Was it Kirby and the Forgotten Crystals? Something like that. And I really like it. Damn good Kirby game. Very traditional, familiar 3D platform. But that's it. Obviously, I know it was a character. I think my first introduction to Kirby, because I know he existed on like the older consoles, but I think my first introduction to Kirby actually came from Super Smash Brothers. So I gotta be fair here, right? It's a meh franchise. I'm gonna put it off. No, I'm gonna put above F-Zero because I really did like the Switch game. Metal Gear Solid. Now, this franchise is called Metal Gear Solid, so I presume it's ignoring Metal Gear 1 and 2, of course. But not that I played them anyway. Who did? Yes, I, like so many of you, first experienced the world of Metal Gear through Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1. And boom, mind fucking blown. All right, it's not aging well. If you go back and play it now, it's very linear. It's very, very limited. There's too many cutscenes. It's damn preachy, but that's Kojima for you. But man, oh man, is it still so special. And if you were there when it was first released, oh my God, what a release it was. So my side of the story ended there. As I said already, the sort of next stage of the consoles, PlayStation 2 onwards, I was dipping in and out of. I wasn't really playing games. I kind of had a lull between like the end of PlayStation 1 or slash beginning of PlayStation 2 up until like the Xbox 360. So a couple of years of not really doing anything. It's because of that I ended up not playing Metal Gear Solid 2 or any other Metal Gear until they would get re-released on the Xbox 360. That was when I would play Metal Gear Solid 2. I struggled to get into it. I enjoyed it, and it is a good, very, very good game. But I'm still so partial to the original. I had not done three Peace Walker or four, even though, of course, Peace Walker, I think it is third one, has been remade slash re-released. I might get to it eventually, but they're such big games, and I don't have a time to kind of invest in it at the moment. So I can't promise anything on that. Then I would end up playing Metal Gear Solid Revengeance. Is it Revengeance? What a stupid name. The one with fucking Raiden. And I didn't like that at all. Um, but then it would come back in my life in a big way. I would play Metal Gear 5. Both the demo, whatever was the demo called? Ground Zeroes, and then for Metal Gear 5. And I fucking loved both. Metal Gear 5, I loved. I know it's got its flaws, but my God, did I enjoy it. Herbie Kojima and all. Don't at me, man. Don't at me. Not look at quiet. Come on. So yeah, I really enjoyed 5, even if it's got some weird bits at the end. Um, oh, also shout out to Metal Gear. Doesn't get enough credit. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, the GameCube remake reimagining of Metal Gear Solid. That does not get enough love. So yeah, mixed bag with Metal Gear, but man, it's a damn good franchise, isn't it? That's where it's going to go. I'm going to put it into here, but I'm going to put it at the above Advanced Wars. Metal Gear Solid's so strong. No, no, no. I've got more love for Gears. There we go. That's where it's going to go. Mega Man, what a franchise, and one that I've dipped into over the years, on and off. I don't really get that excited about Mega Man. It's cool. There's some really clever classic games, and I really like that it was quite ahead of its time. But that's about where it ends for me. I just haven't played that many, and the ones I have played, it's just like, all right, cool. They're cool platformers. That's about it. I mean, the fact that no one's really tried to restart this franchise and make it anything special, I'm going to put it at the end of its cool. Monster Hunter, never played any games. Never played any games. Metroid, weird one here, man. Really weird one because the first Metroid game I would play would be Metroid Prime on the GameCube. And weirdly, you would think, oh, well, you must have loved it. No, I didn't. I struggled to get into it. The next Metroid game I'd play would be the recent one on Nintendo Switch. And even now, I've struggled to get into. I've considered going back and playing the originals, but I just don't know if I'm going to enjoy them. I don't think I'm a fan of Metroid. That's the reality of it. So, meh. Persona. Been meaning to. Hopefully, I get the time one day, but as of right now, I've not played a single Persona game. So, yep, it goes on. What? Okay. Mortal Kombat. I'm old school again in this. I go back to the original and I played a lot of Mortal Kombat over the years and had a lot of fun. I've played Mortal Kombat on those arcade machines back when they were actually around. So I've got a lot of Mortal Kombat. But the truth be told, I don't rate many fighting games franchises that highly. They are what they are. They obviously get too bloated. And modern Mortal Kombat aren't really my jam. But it is fucking Mortal Kombat and it's damn cool. So I'm gonna put it in it's damn cool. And I think I'm gonna put it. Hmm. Feels like it's going to the top because I have played a lot of Mortal Kombat games. Uh, and of course, when we're talking about the wider franchises, we have the films, we have the shows. I've enjoyed a lot of Mortal Kombat actually. It's gonna go top of its cool. By Van Cross, and there we go. Pikmin, weird one. Didn't expect to see this in this franchise list, and I'm just gonna like be strap about it. I've played Pikmin 1 and 2, I think, in the GameCube, those two, and that's about it. And they were cool games, but that's it. I think it's up to four now, Pikmin 4, and yeah, no, does I don't not that exciting. I'm gonna put it in meh, just because of the franchise. It's like, isn't it just sequels really? It's not really innovative. Talk about franchises, man. Pokemon. This is a challenge I want to talk about again because I know how big and important this franchise is to a lot of people, but it's not that for me. I played the originals, red, yellow, and blue. I've played a ton of Pokemon games over the years. Most recently, the last Pokemon game I played was Aquarius or Chorus, whatever that one was, the open world one, and I had fun again. All elements of Pokemon should appeal. However, because it was marketed and geared towards children, when it was first becoming big, I was too old for it, so I couldn't connect to it. And now it's gone way too deep and down another way to even attempt to go back to. But I know as a franchise how important it is and how many games are brilliant and how beloved it is around the world. I want to put on fucking A because it's Pokemon, but I'm trying to do this based upon how I feel. So I'm going to put it in damn good, but I'm going to put it at the end because I would still rate and want to play Advance Wars over it. Ratchet and Clank. I've not played one, unsurprisingly. I kind of have some tell a lie. I think I played one on the PSP, but I can't be sure. Right, we're almost there. We're hitting some big ones again. It's Resident Evil. I go back to the start. The original Resident Evil game changed my life, man. That sounds so stupid to say for a video game, but my God, I'd never played or experienced anything like Resident Evil. And then Resident Evil 2 came along, and fucking A, one of the best games ever made. Got a lot for Resident Evil 3, got loads and loads of love for Resident Evil 4, 5, not so much a 6, 7's brilliant, Village, the entire sequel run, I played them all. I have played so many Resident Evils. There's a few sort of few side ones that I have never touched. Some I came to later. I didn't play Code Veronica till a lot later, and it's one of the best in my opinion. There's also plenty of bad games I played. Raccoon City, which is the one where there'd be teams of like 3 and 6, 3 or 6. Raccoon City, Resident Evil, Raccoon Survivors, something shit like that. I hated that one. I played a few like that as well, but what a franchise. What a game changing. And at the time of this recording, we're gonna get the new one, Requiem, which should be very, very cool. It's fucking A. And I'm putting it top above Final Fantasy. Now, I'm putting it above Final Fantasy because I have played more Resident Evils and it had more of an impact on me. The moment I hear certain musical themes and scores and imagery and stuff like that, um, I get goosebumps. And in fact, I'm going to show you something because my most recent purchases from Etsy were even Resident Evil based. I bought that and I bought these, which are like vials. Cool, right? So yeah, that's how important Resident Evil. I don't know if this one's going to be knocked off the top spot. It's certainly not going to be knocked off the top spot by Silent Hill, even though I've got a lot of love for Silent Hill too. But my history with it is a little complex because like all of you, or many of you, should I say, the first one. The first one was what I played. Played it to death on the PlayStation, even though I wouldn't necessarily say I understood it. In fact, I didn't understand it, but I fucking loved it to death. But that was it. Because of my time out with gaming that I talked about earlier on, I would never play Silent Hill 2 or 3. In fact, the next Silent Hill game that I would play would be Homecoming. Silent Hill Homecoming on the Xbox 360. And I liked it. Hell, I even liked Silent Hill Downpour because I've always liked Silent Hill games. And then I would play Hill HD Collection. And through that, I would play Silent Hill 2 and 3. Now, I know those versions get a lot of hate because they're badly done and not well reflective and stuff like that. But for me, they were the first experiences of those games, and I absolutely loved them. I fell in love with Silent Hill 2 through that, and I think it's up there as one of the best horror games ever made. I've yet to play this remake because of exclusivity, and that sucks, but I also will say I love Silent Hill 3 two. I haven't, as of the time recorded, played the new one, Silent Hill F, because of time. I did just move into a new house, so I'll not exactly sit down and play in some games. But when I do get the opportunity, I can't wait to experience it. I love Silent Hill franchise, but I just because of the broken way I played the games and how I went back and forth on certain things, I'm gonna just put it in damn good, and I'm gonna put it behind Grand Theft Auto, but ahead of Fallout. Yeah, I know. Sly Cooper. Who? What? I actually, I can. Is it like a fox or something? Right? That should be the clue. Never played it. No idea. But you know what? I played Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, who hasn't played a Sonic game in their life, right? What's your favorite Sonic game? And why is it Sonic the Hedgehog 2? I'm joking. I know obviously everybody might see that differently, but let's be honest, the best Sonic game is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. There have been great Sonic games elsewhere. The first is good, Sonic 3 is good, Sonic Generations is a good version game. Sonic Adventure has pros and cons. Um, but yeah, there's no touch of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I still think it's the pinnacle of sequels. You know how we kind of go, Terminator 2 and Aliens, there's like the best sequels to movies you're ever going to see. That's what I see Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in the world of gaming is. Just the best sequel you're gonna could have possibly got. Could it have been a little longer? Yes, we all know why they were trying to rush it out and capitalize on success. But even then, what a credible set of levels. How wrapped up it felt from the first game. I love Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's one of my all-time favorite games. But I love the franchise as a whole. And I love, even a lot of the bad games, I've ended up finding ways to play, ways to enjoy. You know, what's the one we turned into a werehog? Um, that one had pros. The only one I agree that absolutely stunk was the Sonic the Hedgehog one from the Xbox 360. Couldn't get past the first level. But man, it's Sonic the Hedgehog and it is fucking A. It's going to fucking A, but I'm gonna put it at the end. I'm gonna put it at the end because of the more like of the overall picture, how many games within the franchise I like the most. So Dark Souls, I love all three. Final Fantasy has four games in a row that I adore. Resident Evil has tons. Sonic has a few. Spyro the Dragon is next. This is the one I talked about earlier on when I mentioned Crash Bandicoot. I always saw these games as sort of side by side, and of the two, it was Spyro that appealed more. I adore Spyro the Dragon, and I love the Reignited trilogy. God, what a beautiful, beautiful game. I've got a lot of nostalgic love for all three games. Spyro 1, 2, and 3. Spyro 2, Riptor's Rage, and Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. The third game isn't as good as the other two, and the second game really was a vast improvement over number one as well. But number one, man, the original Spider Dragon is so much nostalgic love for it. Outside of that, there would be one more I'd play, and it was Legend of Spider Dragon, Legend of something or another. It was on the Xbox 360. And it was really cool, but I always remember it for this one area, which is like Valley of Avalar or something like that. And it was really, really cool music. And Spyro was voiced by Elijah Wood, you know? Such a unique game with a really, really interesting ending that I don't want to spoil for you. I have so much love for Spider Dragon, even though a lot of it is more nostalgia these days. So I am going to put this one in damn good. And I'm going to put it above controversial, above Silent Hill, but after Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, there it is. Because man, oh man, those early games of Spyro are amazing. Back to fighting, it's Street Fighter. I never played the original, but you know what I did play, just like all of you, Street Fighter 2. Oh, baby, what a game. What a game. Still holds up today. But that's about it. I've played other Street Fighters. Probably aside from 2 and two's variations, it's probably Street Fighter 4 that I've played the most. But you know, similar to Mortal Kombat, um, it's a fighting game. Yeah, it's a franchise, but I don't get that excited about them. I'm going to put this alongside Mortal Kombat, but I'm going to put it above Mortal Kombat in cool because of Street Fighter 2. I think it might be the best fighting game ever made. Damn, that's a big fucking take, isn't it? But it's certainly up there, yeah. It's Street Fighter 2, yeah. What? Amazing. You know what? I'm going to jump over this one and go to the next one because I can see two of these I can just knock out straight away. Uncharted, never played. I know, crazy, right? And Xenoblade Chronicles, never played. So there you go, both of them. And the last two are fucking huge, so it gives me an opportunity to talk about. And clue, they're both going in fucking A. It is Super Mario. Oh, where do we even start? Where do we even start? I go all the way back to the start, folks. I remember playing the original Mario. I remember playing Super Mario Bros. 2 and being fucking baffled by that game. I remember playing Super Mario Bros. 3, and I'll tell you in a bit like what I consider my I might do top 5 Mario games. Yeah, I'll do that. Remind me before I finish explaining my history with it. I want to do that. But yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario's Brothers, what Super Mario Brother World, Super Mario World, not Brothers World, Super Mario World, some of their sort of spin-off one, Lost Coins, whatever those ones are, Lost World, of course, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Kart, all the racing games, Mario Parties, um, Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Sunshine. Are we throwing Luigi's Mansion? No, it's Luigi's Mansion, different franchise, isn't it? All the way up to Odyssey, which I adore as well. I think I might have played, as a franchise go, more games in the Mario world than any other. Yeah, it's probably because I had so many, but yeah. It's up there. Fucking love Mario games. So many great ones. This is fucking A, and it might be top. It's gonna be top. It's gonna be our Resident Evil, and it's all because of this. So 5 best Mario games. Right, what we got? I've got to do them in no order because that's too difficult, and I'll be sitting there for ages trying to work it out. But the one I think of the Mario games that I love the most, I've got Super Mario Bros. 3. I've got Super Mario World. That's 2 of them. Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey as well. And you remember when the Wise Galaxy and all them then is? Because I actually never played them. I never played them because that came out during the time when I wasn't gaming. They came out in the Wii. Yeah, I know. They're about to be released, so there is an opportunity there. If I get to it, I get to it. But I've played so many, and when a new one comes and a Switch 2, and I get a Switch 2, I'll love it. I know that I'll love it as much as everything else. It's fucking A, and it is top of the bunch. And last but not least, definitely not least, it is The Legend of Zelda. Hey, what was the first Zelda game that you ever played? Generally. Because this, unlike a lot of the other ones, this was Ocarina of Time. It was a Nintendo 64. I was aware of it, but I never played any of the Nintendo version games. And not that there was really much choice. It's easy to kind of forget that there wasn't like a load before. And if you didn't play the original, there was very little appealing in the second one either. If you go watch some videos of that, you'll see what I mean by that. A lot of people, I imagine, that have love and that memory and nostalgia for Zelda because it started with Ocarina of Time, one of the greatest games ever made. But when I think of those days, I tend to get more excited about Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is one of my all-time favorite games. I love it more than Ocarina of Time. Its darker story, more complex setup, puzzles, and all of that just spoke to me. Musically, I think it's spectacular. I love it. Alongside that, I have a lot of nostalgic love for Wind Waker on the GameCube. I adored that. There were plenty I missed, like Twilight Princess and stuff like that. Um, and the new stuff, Breath of the Wild, I have tried so hard to get into this game. And I'm just not. I'm just so struggling. I keep saying, "Oh, go back, start again, give it the time needed." And every time I try and do that, I just get bored. I get bored. I'm not really vibing with this open world side of Zelda. Um, so it's hard for me to kind of be too positive about the franchise as it stands today, even though I know how successful and how much people love them. Um, so I'm going to rank or play Zelda based off those particular games. Ocarina, Majora's, and Wind Waker. I have gone back and played some older Zelda games since then, including some remakes and some more twists on the original ideas. Um, but yeah, it comes down to those three, and those three are damn good games. Well, those games are fucking A. But I'm going to put this in damn good, and I'm going to put it after Grand Theft Auto, above Spyro. That's why I think The Legend of Zelda goes. I know I would have thought immediately if you'd asked me originally that fucking A, Zelda of course was going to go there. But there you go. The five I've chosen, my five favorite franchises in order as well. Super Mario, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, Dark Souls, big up Dark Souls, and Sonic the Hedgehog. There we go. 40 franchises. Just my opinion. What do you reckon? You got any thoughts on what we've talked about here? You know what to do? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.